Hello Libra, Elsie here to do a reading for you friends. It is a reading for this week actually, and it's this week because I didn't get to the air readings for the air signs over the weekend. So I'm a little bit late, but look, it works out pretty well because look, just like that, we are in Libra season, right? So happy birthday to you, my buddies. And my smarty pants friends, I hope you're good. And let's talk about this. This will be the first reading that I'm doing for you in Libra season. A couple things going on, right? Mercury is going to be in your sign. And look, it's kind of good because it's going to be good with communication, negotiation, and diplomacy. And everybody needs that, right? And Venus is going to be in your sign around about the 13th of October. And so it's going to smooth things around the edges. It's going to give you a little bit of social grace and maybe a little bit of romantic energy, right? So let's see what is going to go on here coming up in your season. So you're going to get this reading, which is this one is for this week. You're going to get the sneak peek, which will also have energy for this week, and then I will be reading later in the week for the week ahead. So you're going to get a lot of energy at the beginning of your season here, Libra. If you come back, because you always do, I appreciate you so much. If you're the ride or die, and if you are somebody who is just rolling up on all the shenanigans, welcome. I hope you'll stay. Happy Libra season. Look, Venus is going to be in your sign and just loves that because Venus is your ruling planet, right? So it's going to be a good Libra season for you. Tell me what is going on with Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Libra. Oh, and if you want to stick around to the end of the video, I'll tell you where to get the extension. And if you want to listen about private readings, I'll talk about that then as well. All right. Well, we have dark thoughts. That's not where I thought it was going to start, but let's go with it. Let's find out what things are going on here. Tell me about these dark thoughts. Tell me about these dark thoughts, Libra. Tell me about Libra. Now, the thing is this. Oh, didn't Mars just leave your sign? I think Mars just left your sign, and maybe that's just the tail end of that, because Mars is not comfortable in Libra. For sure not. It's not the place it thrives, for sure. Ah, there we go. There's the exhale. Okay, so you may have been coming from a little bit of a hard cycle here. Maybe some aggravating. Maybe Mars might have been your sign aggravating you just a little bit here. Maybe now I'm telling you about the exhale, the relaxation here. This is, a full moon. We did have a full moon on the 7th, and now we just finished the eclipse, the partial solar eclipse. And so now is the time to exhale. Tell me more about Libra. What else do we need to know? We've got regret. Okay, so it says, I know that I cannot change the past. I really feel like with this full moon here that you're actually letting some negative thoughts go, is what it feels like. The dark thoughts, I feel, is what you're releasing, and it's allowing you to exhale a little bit. It's going to get a little bit easier while we're in your season here. And I think this is the realization that you might as well not fight it because you can't change the things of the past, right? Yeah, here we go. Look, we've got great gratitude and the healing light. I like it. So I think that's what it is. I think we are looking at this, these dark thoughts here as being like the tail end of Virgo season for you. Maybe a little bit of eclipse energy, possibly. It feels like the relaxation or the letting go of the dark thoughts and the regret is what it feels like here. We've got focus. You're going to be focused on great gratitude and the healing light that's here. So I feel like things are about to get a lot lighter. I think that you're about to be in way better focus without Mars aggravating you. And we've got great gratitude here. So I feel like you get back to your old self, being in balance, having gratitude for the things that are going right. And we've got indecision. It says, I use my intuition in all aspects of my life. And then your intuition is on point. So I kind of like that. Looks like things are looking up for you. So if you've been through a hard time through this Virgo season, tell me how you are faring after all of the eclipse energies, which will be hanging around for a while, Libra. So get a little bit comfortable in the things that are unexpected. Tell me about Libra. I've got dark thoughts. Tell me about Libra. We've got the 6 of Cups, and so it does feel like it is memories. So it really does feel like you are releasing, that you're releasing some things from the past here, and it does feel like they are the dark thoughts are possibly memories, things that didn't necessarily go on that are really good for you back there. But that is in the past energy. I feel like maybe this is sort of the tail end of what you're letting go, possibly at the beginning of the week here. But I feel like at midweek you are in relaxation. We've got, the sun, good. The sun and the moon, something is going to change quickly. For me, when the sun and the moon they were just in, the sun and the moon were just both in Virgo, right? Because we did have the new moon in Virgo, which is at the last degree of Virgo. And we also had the sun in Virgo at that time. So that was just yesterday. I feel like as we move into the new season, because that's you, cardinal sign, right? You're bringing in the new season here. And the sun is here. And so it is time for you to exhale. It's time to be happy. It's time for things to grow. It's time for you to grow. Tell me about regret. We've got the 8 of Swords. I don't feel like it's any sort of major regret. What I feel like is that you're in a thought process here, Libra, which is, of course, you, right? You're in a thought process here. And I feel like the thought process is you with the ability to let go of the past or let go of the negative or thoughts that were not happy thoughts, I'm going to say. And now that planets have sort of moved away, I feel moved out of the area, I'm going to say, it does feel like there is time for you to breathe or time for you to exhale. It feels like your only regret is that you didn't speak up when you had the chance, or that maybe you couldn't find the words to something. It does feel like that you're going into the new season, so you're in Libra season here, but you're able to release some of this stuff. So let's talk about that a little bit. And it feels like that maybe you were feeling a little bit tongue-tied back here, possibly caught in nostalgic energy. The nostalgia, though, was probably not... there's something here that feels like it triggered you into something from the past that didn't go right for you, is what it feels like. I've got a space here because I'm putting down a couple of cards for what is going to happen going further into the month of September, or going further into Libra season here. And so we do have the 2 of Pentacles and the 3 of Wands. See, there's expansion. It feels like there's expansion here because you're making a decision, I feel, to let go of this regret. I feel like you had been possibly, while Mars is in your sign, feeling like you couldn't say what you wanted to say, or maybe you were overthinking some things a lot, and maybe you have regret for not saying those things. I feel like you are moving forward into expansion. You're now taking a step into the future here, and I think that you're just leaving. Feels like things you're releasing or leaving behind. Tell me about the 6 of Cups and dark thoughts, please. We've got the 4 of Swords. Yeah, so it does feel like there is healing that's going on here for you, Libra. Quick healing, by the way. We've got the Knight of Wands, and then we have the 10 of Pentacles. It does feel like, for some of you, that it could be something to do with an old job, or the leaving of a job, possibly. It feels like healing after being in a toxic work environment, but it also can be some sort of a long-term relationship. It feels like you've let something go. And so this something that is long-term that you thought was valuable at the time, or maybe it was valuable in its moment, in the moment that you were in, that was real time, but it does feel like you've departed from that. I want to say that you were brave enough to leave it, and now I feel like the thoughts, the nostalgia, that you're healing from that. You're just going to leave it back there, Libra. So I feel like you're moving forward here into midweek, and you're feeling like something, it's like a switch has flipped for you, Libra. It feels like you are no longer have your shoulders at your ears, your tongue is off the roof of your mouth. Like, it feels like you are resting or relaxing a little bit. Things are a little bit easier. The sun comes out, it feels warmer, it feels happier. It feels like growth here once you finally release all of that stuff in the past here. Tell me about this. We've got the Hermit energy. We've got the King of Wands. And we've got the Ace of Wands. So I do feel like the sun is inspiring you to move forward. To get out of Hermit energy, I feel like you went into Hermit energy because I feel like you were reliving something in the past here. Something that didn't work out. It feels like it was possibly with a soulmate or a soul tribe group, or it feels like something that you had to finally release or let go of because you didn't want it with you forever. And I feel like you finally did move forward. You were brave to break away from it, Four Swords, and heal from it. But it does feel like the Sun comes out, and I feel like it inspires you. The Sun inspires. The King of Wands is the one who is inspires you to open a new creative process, a new creative path, a new exciting path. A little bit more excitement shows up here. Two Wands is here. I feel like you may have been stuck at the crossroads of something. It feels like you felt, well, something had followed you into Libra season, but I want to say that you left it back here. So you're like at a clean slate. I want to say with the Sun here, I feel like this Hermit energy and the Sun is telling me clean slate here. Tell me about the regret of not being able to change the past. Tell me about this. We've got the Page of Wands. We've got the High Priestess, and we've got the Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups is the regret. I feel like you are feeling badly because you didn't say something when you had the chance. And it feels as though you feel that you couldn't speak it out, or you couldn't speak up because of the Eight of Swords. You felt sort of you were a prisoner of the mind here. I feel like there was communication, or somebody communicated with you and you stayed silent, or decided it wasn't worth putting your energy or effort or time into. It feels like it might have been connected to this thing back here. So I'm just going to say as a maybe it was somebody back here, you left the relationship, you left the job, and that person tries to follow you into your vibration and say, hey, where'd you go? Do you want to come back and try this again? I feel like you just stayed silent. I feel like you left them on red. I don't think you answered them, but I feel as though you felt badly about that there was some regret that you couldn't say what you wanted to say, because I think there were things that you did want to say, but I feel like your intuition told you to stay quiet. Just don't give it any more of your energy. Don't stoke the fire. And so I think that you left something, and I think that it is making you feel like I wish things could have worked out better in the past. But I'm not going to give this my attention anymore. It feels like you're no longer available for any more of the shenanigans that went on back there, whatever the situation was, and you're now moving into Libra season with a clean slate. And I really love that. Look, you're back. That's what you're given. That's what you're given Virgo season. You're given Virgo season. You're back here, and it is time for you to make a decision to just move forward with the future instead of looking into the past. Tell me more about this. We've got the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. I don't want to wait anymore. I've got to go. And I feel like you find the confidence here. I like it. Justice is here. And it's always a good auspicious omen, right? When you show up in your own reading. I really do feel like you did the right thing. So if you decided to leave somebody on red, or someone tried to come to you from the past or something like that, and you didn't answer them, you did the right thing. Because I feel like restoration is here. What you did is you actually you completed your karma. I think that, whenever we're at the crossroads, right? Two of Wands is here. Whenever we're at the crossroads here, before we go into a new season of our life, or when we go into a new vibration or a new cycle of our life, we're always going to be tested. We will always come to the Two of Wands, Libra. And I think that's where you were. I think the universe said, okay, it's time for you to make a change or move into the future. But we first have to bring the cycle back to you to see, did you learn that lesson back there? And if you didn't, it's okay if you go back, because we all need our lessons in order to move forward. But I feel like you learned your lesson back here. So bravo to you. I feel like you learned your lesson and you no longer have to go back. I feel like you fulfilled your karma. So I feel like this season for you, with Venus in your sign and Mercury not in retrograde in your sign, I feel like this is going to be a season of learning for you. Learning how to stay in balance. Learning how easy life can be when you observe and you don't take action. I feel like this is a lesson that you needed to learn in order to bring you through to a fresh start in Libra season, right? Which is really beautiful, because we did have the new moon and we have the new season as well, right? We have the equinox. So it's kind of cool that everything is brand new for you. You're at a clean slate here. Look, I'm going to put down 3 cards. We're going to go into the extended. If you'd like to go to the extended, please look at the top of the comments. There is a pinned comment. It will tell you how to buy this one outright if you just want to see one Libra extended reading, if you're interested in that. And if you would like to see more than one Libra reading, if you'd like to have 4 in a month, then I'm doing those and putting them in the membership area. So if you'd like to be there with us, that's where we are. We have lives once in a while there as well to keep in touch with each other. And if you're interested in a private read, I am doing live private reads, which is where all the sales are at this moment. And just for booking ahead, you will get a discount anywhere between 5 and 75% off, and discounts in the live reads. In the live reads, you can ask me as many questions as you want, and we will just rapid fire as many as you have. But I also am doing the pre-recorded reads, so if you would like to do that, if you're wondering what's coming up in the next 3 months, I have a next 3 months read. Hit that link to Hypsee and you can look at my pricing. Let's take a look. We'll put down 3 more cards and then we'll go into the extended and find out what this is about here. What are we going to be talking about? We've got the 9 of Pentacles. I kind of like that because the 7 and the 2 is 9, and I was mentioning confidence there. And so the 9 of Pentacles is here. You've got a brand new confidence about you, Libra. And we've got the Queen of Cups, and we have the 5 of Pentacles. So I feel like it's come to your attention that something needs to change. I feel like you are in a new cycle of your life here. It does feel like this World card is shifting you into letting go of this old cycle and bringing you into a new cycle, because the only reason that the Death card ever shows up is because something new is about to start. I feel like there's some sort of something that you passed the test, or you decided you already had that lesson. I don't need that lesson again. I'm no longer going back to whatever's in the past. I'm now moving forward with this 3 of Wands here. And so the Death card is here. Oh, look at this. Look at this. I feel like you're going to be in the mood for love. Because Venus is going to be entering your sign midway, right? So we will talk a little bit more about that in the extended. We will talk a little bit more about the 5 of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, because I feel like this was probably a relationship thing that you finally let go of, that you decided, I just don't need that anymore. I've got the confidence now to not go back there. We're going to talk about why you didn't go back there and what your advice is. We're going to talk all about this. What was this about? And why aren't you going back? We're going to talk about all of that in the extended. If you'd like to be there, that's where we'll be. You know how to find us. Just look at the pinned comment. And I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. And see you soon. Thanks, Libra. Bye-bye.